Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and at long last, I am doing Rebuild 3, Gangs of Deadville. Now, if you want to see my first video on this, it was on the beta build, and I didn't want to record an entire thing, because, you know, early access, if I burn myself out on early access, I don't want to play the full games. I've mentioned that a few times in my other videos. But the game has been officially released. It was released on May 28th, which was a while ago at this point, but the reason for that is that I've been trying to beat the story mode, and the story mode is long. It took me like 38 hours to beat or something ridiculous. So I just wanted to see everything. Unfortunately, like, there's a few weird things. To get like the true ending, which I was unable to get, you had to do some shady stuff. It was bugged, actually. It was impossible to get it except with unless there was another bug that you exploited by accident, pretty much. And I still don't know how to get the true ending, really. I sort of do, but it's complicated. So I think I just can't spend any more time. I want to actually start this. I want the man to live again. Now, if you want to see my other Rebuild videos, besides just Rebuild 3, I've also done Rebuild 1 and Rebuild 2, the games that spawn this. There are links to that in the description, and if I'm not lazy, on the screen right now. But let us start the story mode. Now, I played through as a completely just different character, but right now we want to go to the first city, which I'm going to rename, so ignore that. March 3rd, 2016, the beginning of the end. So my new life begins in Seattle, Washington. Now for a fun day of waiting for the cable guy to come to connect the internet. I've got a couple of TV channels, but all they're showing is news about this crazy biting disease in Amsterdam. Sounds like they finally got it contained. Guess I'll unpack, take a shower, and enjoy some me time. Now, here is where I get to create my character. Now, initially I made a female character, which was a little bit interesting, because she kept on getting pregnant, and because children are a thing in this. So, but I think we all know who I'm going to be. The man. Now, there's sort of a naming situation involved with children, so if I have children, I don't know how it's going to take my name as the man. Will my child be Mr., like, Alex Mann, or, I don't know. But, here's the thing, though. I wasn't really able to find anyone that I felt exemplified the man perfectly. Originally, I was going to go with this, and the reason is, this is the only type of body that you can have a business suit with. And, you know, I think the business suit's kind of... I mean, I might actually use this guy. I'm going to have to see. But I want to see if I can make something different. The problem with this body is that, like, none of the, Like, come on. Like, do any of these guys scream the man to you? Did that last one? Maybe not. But I feel like more so. I mean, maybe this guy could almost... I mean, that's a cool shirt. But is it the man's shirt? I mean... I don't know. This guy doesn't seem like the man to me, even though... Now, unfortunately, also, I know there are cowboy hats in this game, but leaders in this game start with a top hat. So this could be the man. But I might have to raid this body type to find the man. I mean, this works. I kind of wish he wasn't so, like, jacked. But... ugh. We're not doing that. Yeah, it's not ideal. There is a head with a cowboy hat. Now, if you have the head with the cowboy hat, how does it look? Oh, it just replaces... Oh, God, that looks terrible. And then, then the hair, like, disappears behind it. Oh, because... Okay, because the top layer of the hair is part of his hat. I gotcha. I see how they drew that. But no, I think, I think that's the man. Now, so you get to choose your starting ability. And the politician one's actually not too great, and there's an issue with it in that, so, like, it gives you an extra member at the start, but food is really a problem at the beginning, so the question is, do you even want that? And, you know, then I'll be a leader, basically, if I do this. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that would be better. I mean, that one definitely I mean, personally, I feel like one of the best ones is just police officer, just so you have an extra enforcer. Hobo's pretty good because you start out with extra housing space, which is pretty cool. I guess because you make some weird shantytown. College student is probably good for increasing your your skills and stuff. But I think, I mean, even though this hat looks dumb on this character, I think he's going to be a politician. So he's the man, he's a politician. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to be the leader of this group, and I need a profession that reflects that. Alright, containment failed. The internet guy never came. This morning I woke up to what I thought were protests outside, but I was wrong. So very, very, very wrong. They're fighting in the streets down there, with their hands and teeth, just tearing into people. I saw a cop shoot a woman in the chest. Covered in blood, she just got up and kept fighting. Rise of the Dead. So this is 2 days after the, I settled down, basically, and heard about that thing in Amsterdam. On the news, they're telling us to stay indoors. They keep opening emergency shelters, but every time something goes wrong and it turns into another bloodbath. This infection is spreading so fast. It's in Vancouver and San Francisco now, too. They've shut down the airports, but it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. I ran out of ramen and soda about the time the TV cut out. It was finally quiet outside, so I took what survival gear I could and made my way to the street. The last shelter they'd broadcast was 10 blocks away from a boys' private school. I made it halfway before I was attacked. It was so stupid. I don't know why I didn't have a weapon ready. I guess I thought I could outrun them. I mean, since they're zombies and all. But they're faster than they look. While I was struggling with one of them, a soldier ran up and pulled it off me. He shot it in the head. That stopped it. But it was too late. Too late. I was bitten. The soldier pulled me into a building, and we waited there while the zombies wandered around outside. He saw my bite. He drew his gun and said he was going to make it quick. I knew what the bite meant. I had a day, maybe 2 to live, but I didn't want to die. I fought with him and the gun went off. I killed him. I killed a good man. He was trying to help and I killed him. After Sergeant Hester's death, things got blurry. I slept beside his body, waiting for the fever to start, wanting to die. But it never came. I struck my way out of town. I was worried there'd be some repercussions for killing a soldier, but everyone was too busy to care. I've been working my way east, through the suburbs on foot, scavenging what I need, and avoiding zombies and humans alike. It's been 2 years since the outbreak. I've been keeping to myself, moving from place to place. Diane. She's different. She wants to stop running and to settle down and build something that'll last. I'm going to help her. Diane found a small town up in the Cascade Mountains. Named, I'm totally changing that name. Lots of food and supplies, few Zeds. We found a couple of other survivors and walled off a few city blocks to start. No more living in fear, hiding like animals. It's time to make a stand. It's time to rebuild. So, after, I guess I'll explain it once it starts. We're going to name this Downtown in honor of my first video, and to keep with the whole man theme. Alright, so what happens is you start out with a few characters and your main character every city that you go in. So, unlike the other rebuilds, here's the biggest difference. The campaign takes place in several cities. Many different cities. And you have to go through, and the story progresses as it goes on. Now, I have a few problems with it. I'm sure I'm going to complain about it as I go on. But, it's a decent system. I feel like it's a little bit better than the original as far as longevity. Do we have 2 people stacked? Yeah, alright. So, and also, the interface is different. So, my main character, you notice, has a black dot, and that's because he can do everything. Every other survivor in the game can only train 1 skill. I can train all 5 skills. Now, as a leader, which is the blue skill, I have a +4 because I decided to be a politician. And I actually +4, one of the things is from the head. And man, I look a lot better without that hat, don't I? Oh, hopefully I'll find a cowboy hat. I only found one in the entire game, though, so guess I can't really get my hopes up. Then we have defense, which is how well you can kill zombies and defend against zombies in the fort. We have scavenging, which is how well you can find materials. Engineering, which is how well you can make things and do science, to get science upgrades. Building, which is very important. You can reclaim areas and rebuild them. Now, I have a few different settings on that you can change. So you click on this thing. If you don't want any of them, you just want like a straight out city with no information that's useful, click that one. I suggest not using that. If you just want to see supplies and places that you haven't scouted, then you turn that one on. So you notice there's some supplies, like building supplies or possibly ammunition for guns, and the apple means there's food. And if I send a scavenger there, they can look for it. So, alright, well, they're going to tutorial the crap out of me. So he's going to scavenge for things. Now this one will show zombie levels, how many zombies approximately, like the zombie danger in each area. And the top one shows both. I think all the information is useful, so I'm generally going to have on both at all times. And by generally, I mean, yeah, all times. And we have this guy. You can check on the different survivors. You can see what perks they have. You can see how leveled up they are. You can see how happy they are. If a character is not happy, he will likely leave the fort, which is the same as him dying, really. Sometimes you can do things to try to convince them to stay, but not always. So, in order to reclaim something, and I'm sorry for people who already know this because they've watched the other videos, because this is pretty much the same, you send your warriors over to kill zombies, and they will take out all of the zombies in the area. Now, we have 3 warriors here, so that's very good. People will gain experience as they fight, or do anything. So he's going to gain, like, scavenging experience. Now, time is moving now, because I hit space, but it's moving very, very slowly. Interesting. You can hide event notices. I don't know why you want to. So this increases the game's time. I like to have the time on maximum speed. Now, the other way to do this is to turn it to turn-based, like the other games. However, because of the redesign, turn-based is actually inefficient. Like, let's say a zombie mission takes 1.2 days to kill zombies. It's only going to move every day, so you'll have wasted 0.9 of the day on one zombie mission. So that's not efficient. It's more efficient to just leave it on super speed. And you know, she killed zombies first because she has a 4 in attack. She might even have a weapon. She doesn't. I just like to have the speed up. So once a place is cleared, send a builder to reclaim it. Do this fast, because if you don't, then zombies will come and fill the area again. Other concerns at the very beginning. Food. You can see how much food you're losing every day. I'm losing 4 food per day, which is not good. I only start it with 50. And part of this is because I'm this is actually going to make things a little bit more difficult at the beginning, probably in certain stages. But it's not always good to recruit people right away because you won't have enough food. And since I'm a politician, I get +1 person. I don't know who's the extra guy. I'm going to think it's probably him. I don't know, because I think they would have started me with a scavenger. But yeah, so we want to do that. Now, there's question marks here because I haven't scouted the area. And if you don't scout areas, it makes it harder to kill zombies because you don't know what's going on. And you won't know if there's supplies or survivors there. If there's survivors, you can rescue them. Now, as far as my food situation, that can be remedied by capturing more farms. Okay, now here's the thing. A massive horde of zombies is now outside of my fort. And if I don't do anything about it, they're going to mess up my fort pretty badly. So if you go to defend, then you'll notice that this thing was yellow, because there was no one there to defend it. There's a 16% chance that these zombies will break through my fort. If they break through the fort, they can kill people that are defending sometimes, but usually not. They can injure them. That's a little bit more common if they break through. Or if no one's defending, they will just take back a square and it will be filled with zombies. But having someone who's good at defense guard decreases it, sometimes down to 0. There is no chance that these zombies will get into my walls now. So that's good. You have to be on constant watch for that. It will happen all the time. Now, at the beginning, I sometimes have my non-builders start to reclaim things. And that's just to stop zombies from getting into the area, not because it's actually going to be all that great for building. It's going to take a very long time for them to actually finish that. But, yeah, he killed those zombies. So, okay, now they're attacking. They're not going to do anything. I already know this because, again, well defended. Boom. Your base also has an initial defense by itself, depending on what building there is. So, like, they attacked this apartment building. The apartment building has a defense of 16 naturally. So that's very good. But then you go to, like, a farm, it has a defense of 6. Zombies have a lot easier time overrunning a farm than they do a police station or an apartment building. Now, I just put my builder where he was building. That means I can switch out, and she will take over the building, and he can do something he's more suited to, like killing zombies. There is a... That is not green. You see that little triangle? Before, it's been green because there is pretty much no danger before. He is not capable of killing all of these zombies. Oh, that's interesting. 25 dangers from 3 Zeds, plus distance, plus unscouted. So it's more dangerous because of certain factors. He's far away from base, and I haven't scouted. However, I have now added a friend. There's 2 of them. Now there's no danger for them. Their combined attack skill is enough to overcome the difficulties. And now they're just telling me about, like, the happiness and stuff like that. There's a lot to go over in the first part. Another early game move that's good. You can set one of your survivors to farm. So right now, I'm losing 4 food a day. He's going to farm. Now I'm only losing 2.7 food per day, which is, you know, better. Where did the man go? Oh, the man's reclaiming. Okay. I lost him because I forgot what he looked like. But, yeah, so that'll mitigate some of the food, which is good, because I'm down to 19 food, which isn't the best. Alright, a good start. The 6 of us are starting to see some progress in downtown. We've reclaimed enough buildings that you can actually go for a little jog around the neighborhood. Think of that. Running for fun, not just for your life. Exercise, recreation, spandex running shorts. These are the things we're looking forward to. Now, one of the issues with story mode is that there's, like, a lot of repeated events. Like, that's going to come up anytime you start to rebuild enough. And there's missions for each map. And the mission for this map is to just reclaim things. There's very little complications here. It's just a very straightforward reclaim as much as you can and survive. And I'm going to do that. Alright, so there's a hidden door. And you can read that if you want. And it's probably easier to read now. Sorry about that. Oh, God. Alright, so that was dumb of me. Anyway, I'm going to choose to open the door. Alright, so it was a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. But, in this case, I got bullets, food, and medical supplies. Medical supplies are used mainly for healing people that have been injured. Now, at any time, you can save your game. And there are also these, there are also these auto-saves. So, I mean, I'm going to make a new save here. LP downtown. The other downtown was just a, because you don't have to do a campaign mode, you can just start a town like the regular game. But yeah, alright, there's zombies. I would love to get this building. And you can attack the zombie hordes before they attack you, which is really dangerous. So you notice there's a yellow thing, even though there's only 9 zombies. It's because there's hordes everywhere. It's easier to wait for them to come and attack you, but sometimes you can be waiting a long time. And she's gotten to build level 2. That's very nice. She'll actually be able to build that faster. I'm going to scout here. We're losing, 2.7 food per day. Once she gets that farm, though, that should become better. Alright, other factions have their own forts here in downtown. They aren't necessarily friendly. If they like us, they'll trade, and if not, they'll whatever. This guy is in every town. He is the straight trader. There's no reason to really screw with him. But you can trade goods with him and get things that you need if you have things that he needs. And once again, doomed to failure due to Diane, my most badass warrior. Now, let me see here. If I combine the power of all of my warriors... It's still too dangerous, damn it. Oh well, I was hoping. You can click on something and then click on the soldiers that you want and then move them. And that is how you can officially move people that are grouped. He's asking if I want to hire mercenaries for 10 food. Since I captured that farm, I'm now gaining food every day. Not much, I'm pretty much breaking even, but I'm going to take a risk and do it. And I'm going to use his mercenaries there. I think that would be a great building to have. We're going to reclaim that. I really need another farm, though, so I'm not just breaking even. And there's a farm right there. I don't know if you guys... Hopefully you can see my cursor. If not, that sucks. There's farms up here. Yeah, we should be fine. Let's start reclaiming some things. And now I don't have to have her guarding constantly because I actually killed those zombies, which is nice. However, now there's zombies back there. Great. They probably won't attack right away, though, right? Yeah. I'm probably alright. Alright, so... Gonna have the man... the man's just being a builder right now. He's at 1.5. You can actually see, like, how close you are to leveling something. So he's actually killed a few people. He has 0.1 scavenging skill somehow. I don't know how he got that, considering I don't think I scavenged with him. This might be... was not less dangerous, damn it. Alright. If possible, I would like to take her... Yes, good. And do things that are actually useful. Like reclaiming more territory instead of worrying about things. So yeah, I can actually clear out zombies there. Can one of them handle it? Yeah, it looks like I just need one soldier each place to defend against these guys. Although this is still saying it's at 50? That's still pretty bad. Whatever. It'll be fine, maybe. He's slowly reclaiming. My builder's reclaiming that gigantic mall, which is nice. He's farming, which I guess he has to do because if he stops, it'll be a problem. There's a hobo. I guess I can help him. He gave me some fuel. Fuel, I don't know what it does besides makes bombs. You can actually make bombs in this to completely destroy a zombie area, which is pretty convenient a lot of the time. I feel like I should take some risks here. Take out some zombies. But I could lose someone for that. Yeah, but we're gonna try. And I can't lose the farm, though. You gotta go here. Good, that's enough to defend. Alright, hopefully she'll be okay. Actually, you help. There, now she is okay, alright. Can be proactive about this. Good, she got them. Looks like the two of them can take care of that also. Very nice. Alright, progress. A little chunk of downtown is downright livable. It's almost big enough that we're going to need a proper government soon. Government is another feature of the game that wasn't in the original one. And there are different government policies. Now, they will come up randomly before you build a government house, but once you build a government house, you get to vote on all of them. So now we're voting on whether we should eat regular rations or decrease the amount of rations that we're eating per day. I'm going to say regular. If you decrease it, it will lower your happiness. If you increase them, it will increase your happiness, but you'll be eating more, and I can't afford that, so let's not do that. Hopefully... Good, I had enough time, because these zombies are looking restless. What if all three of us went? Still too dangerous, really. Again, we gotta take some risks. These zombies are everywhere. We're gonna reclaim that. Oh, by the way, you can't reclaim things unless you have building materials, of which I only have 3. There are different ways to get building materials. You can blow up useless buildings, which I'm probably going to do in a second, because I need some building materials. You can chop wood, you can trade for it, and you can scavenge for it. Now, I believe when you attack the zombie hordes like that, they get weaker as you're attacking, because you're killing them. And then there's less and less chance that they can do everything. But if you're attacking the zombie hordes, then those attackers seem to count as guards. So it's a way to kind of proactively guard also. We're going to have these 3... Oh, I can't reclaim anything. It's happened. I don't have enough building materials, so... You're going to kill zombies here. You're going to kill them here. You're going to kill them here. And as soon as I can, someone's going to go and try to trade for a few building materials. I don't really know what I have to trade, to be honest. I'm going to have my warrior here farm, actually. Because I want my scavenger to scavenge for possibly building materials. Right now we're breaking even. Because he's farming there, we're using exactly as much food as we're losing. But that will change if I can get these farms up here. No, they want me to build the government now. Oh, I can now build the government. That's good. Here, you switch. Alright, good. She is able to handle it. She is a little bit more badass. Excellent. Okay, so this is mandatory guard duty or volunteer guards. Now, if you hit everyone must guard, then even people that aren't guarding and doing other stuff, they will increase the fort defense. However, people will be happy about it. I think we're fine with volunteer guards. I've never actually used the other guard option before. I generally go for happiness, which isn't necessarily the best thing all the time, but in the beginning, again, happiness is a little bit more important because it's easier to maintain happiness later on. That's true with like a lot of things. It's easier to deal with a lot of things later on. So you gotta kind of change tactics as the game goes on to be the most efficient. Now, it'd be really nice if I had more people, and I'm about to get enough farms to sustain them. So I'm going to... Well, send a good leader to convince them to join. I don't have enough houses. So, in addition to needing farms to eat, you need places for people to live. And if you don't have that, you can't recruit any more people. You can convert useless buildings, however, into useful buildings, and I have a few useless buildings. This Kmart, not useful. There's nothing in this society. Okay, go back to farming. There's nothing in society right now. I can't buy anything there. So I can replace this with an apartment. Now, again, he's not a builder. That's going to take forever, doesn't it? I'm actually going to fight with you. Alright, good. So the man and Diane are kicking some ass. Now, I can hire some girls for the cost of food, but this food is too low. I gotta stop gambling with it. Yeah, this basically they're going to send a bunch of prostitutes to make us happy. But we need food more than happiness right now. The people better understand. Plus, I don't know if a bunch of weird prostitution's a good thing. Yeah, so there. Boom. Good. We're getting +2 food a day. You can stop farming, presumably. Yes, he can stop farming. I built an apartment here. And I guess now I don't know if I can build a government, actually. It's going to take some building materials, isn't it? Yeah, I need 4 materials. So I'm going to send her into the woods. Now, I was going to chop wood, but it looks like that's dangerous because zombies, and I didn't reclaim these fast enough. Alright, well, alright, first things first. We'll send the man. He's going to try to recruit this person here, because he is a leader. And she, nope, let's not do that. That was set to extremely dangerous. We're just going to set up guards. Guards that are strangely ineffective. And can't actually get that down to 0%, unfortunately. More scavenging. Scavenging is generally safe, even in zombies, as long as you're around the area. But sometimes, you know, someone will die. Usually not, though. You just gotta take these chances sometimes. So some weird dog came by. And was like, I'm a dog. In addition, I can now build a city hall. Alright, they're attacking. They do have the capability of possibly defeating me. So, this is the percentage chance. If I just let our defenders handle it, I have an 11% chance of being defeated. But I can throw stuff from the roof. That'll be even crazier. There we go. There's no reason to not do... But some of them will be like, you have to sacrifice a weapon. You have to put someone in danger. You have to, like, light a bomb or use some building materials. And those will all give you a better chance of surviving if you're caught unawares. And it looks like I found 2 brothers. Apparently they've heard that some people are cannibals, which, by the way, if your food supply gets low enough, you can be like, you know, maybe we should start eating people. And then you'll get more food, but people will start to not like you. But I can tell them the truth that I've never eaten anyone. If I had eaten someone, I could have lied, but I have to be a better leader for that. But fortunately, I don't need to. I can just tell them the truth. And now there are 2 people that have joined me. Now, issue with that... I mean, good thing they're all soldiers. That's cool. Bad thing, using more food now. We're using 1 a day, though. I don't think that's enough to send people to the farms. So, there's very few zombies around the perimeter because they just moved in because I didn't reclaim fast enough. We're just going to send a bunch of warriors on the border to try to retake it. And then I'm going to send those same warriors probably to just hold the areas by trying to rebuild them. I'm sending pretty much everyone here to try and rebuild right now. Which is bad because it looks like they're getting ready to attack. Defend. This building has only 7 defense. Wow. Apartment buildings are crazy. Yeah, they have 10 defense? Alright, I would have thought that the Mega Mall would have had way more defense. Well, let's see, you're not doing anything right now, right? Oh, he doesn't have any defensive skills, though. I don't know I'm even bothering. Ugh. You need at least a 1 defense to help, I would think. I'm gonna distract them with food. So I threw a case of beef jerky at them, and they're like, what? That's great. Since he's not helping at all, though, go back and scavenge some more building supplies. And good. So they've taken that. They're doing that. We're just going to have them. Alright, out of building supplies, unfortunately. Illness cured. So he was allergic to bee stings. If I didn't have a hospital, that might have killed him. Or he would have at the very least been injured. So there are certain events that can be completely mitigated by just having items. Now, I'm going to select build and demolish building. So once this gets to here, he will destroy the building. So it'll become rubble, which is a useless building. And I will get the building supplies that he ripped from the walls and whatnot. And then I can use it to build more useful things. Yeah, let's... The other good thing about reclaiming, like, if I reclaim everything here, zombies can't, like, come through the trees or anything. I will be safe from harm from this side, and then I just need to look up at this side. This isn't a very big town, though. So I don't need to worry that much. I mean, this entire map is actually pretty easy to completely capture. You don't get anything except for an achievement for capturing everything in the city, though. And for the most part, it's really not worth it anyway. So, alright, defend. The man is on defense. Not on decision-making. He's never on defense. He always knows. Good, they actually finished building. And I think I'm just gonna, I'm gonna just try to capture the bottom. Just ignoring this. Oh, look at this. There are 3 men at the gates asking for help. One of them is limping and holding a bloody rag around his neck, but he won't let us look at the wound. They want to patch him up with some of our medical supplies and stay the night. In exchange, they'll teach us a few things about construction. These are quiet, honest-looking men, but I suspect that one of them has been bitten. Should we help them? Let them stay the night. You should generally always do this, and the reason is that it gives you the level 1 science thing, construction. And the only way to get construction is to have a lab, and sometimes there's just no labs around. There is one right here, but if you get construction, you notice that when I tried to build something, before I only had 3 buildings. I had, I had demolished building, I had farms and apartments. This lets me also build bars, which increase happiness, churches, which increase happiness, hospital, which make it so people don't die from bee stings and whatnot, schools that let you train survivors in different skills and change their profession, laboratories, which let you research other things, and workshops that let you make items like ammunition that are needed for guns, which I guess I don't have, so ammunition is useless, but later on, it'll be significantly less useless. So right now, I mean, I guess I'm just going to advance it a few days. We're going to try to capture this corner down here. Alright, so now the town hall is complete, I can start the Constitution. This is much more important in other towns. It doesn't really matter as much here. But we have to decide what our highest priority is. I'm going to say... and trading and prospering. So we're money-oriented. Voting. Now, if you do leader chooses, then you choose... I don't know the difference between these two, to be completely honest. But this is basically a dictatorship versus asking for input. If you choose this one, which I'm going to just do for hilarity's sake, people vote on new things. You don't have a choice, and it seems like it's chosen randomly. So if you want a little spice in your town, you can choose that one and have everyone vote. This is for private property. Um, I don't know what giving, like, everyone shares all resources does. I think it makes it so that scavengers find more stuff, but people will be unhappy. If you look at their happiness rating, which you can do later, it'll be like, the commies are coming to take my stuff. But, I don't know, I'm gonna do that for fun anyway. And I'm gonna make the weirdest government. Actually, is it communism right now? Because everyone votes, and then everyone shares everything? I don't know. Wealth distribution. So this is who you give luxuries to. I feel like the best one is always favor the hardest workers. And that's because that means the characters that you use the most will be the happiest about that decision. And the people that are sadder, it doesn't matter. You're not using them. They're clearly not as important. So, whatever. Skilled survivors means if they have a higher skill rating, they get more things. And randomly is just weird. I'm going to hit randomly for fun, which I've never done before. So if someone does something bad, what are you going to do to them? The more severe, the less likely there is to be crime within your fort, I think. I don't know for sure. Some of these things that I'm saying are guesses. But, I always feel like kick them out of the fort keeps down most of the things. I've never had a situation where I had to keep anyone out of the fort. There's also, capital cannibal punishment, though. So that's a thing. I don't know what that is. I'm going to click it anyway, though. I've never clicked that before, either. I'm just doing experiments to see what'll happen. Nationalism. So you can say, help our allies, help anyone who needs it, or take care of your own. I think this has to do with, like, defensive ratings. If you say help anyone who needs it, it's probably going to lower your defenses. But, like, good factions will like you more. Usually, I pick help our allies, because it's a good middle ground and it makes sense. We are a communist democracy. Power to the people. No law will be passed, no decision made in our true democracy without the voice of the people of downtown. So it's kind of funny. We're saying that we're giving up capitalism, but we also said that our main goal was to prosper and trade. But, So, Chairman the Man. So... That's weird. So it thinks that the is a nickname as man is my last name. Because of the naming system, this is a little bit weird. I might have to change this, because it seems confused as to what to call me. But I'm just going to be President the Man. And that's it. This town is actually done. I've done everything that I'm required. All I was required to do was make a government, which is why I decided to make a wacky one, because who cares? But I kind of want to reclaim a little bit more before I leave, and maybe build up my skills. I'm not exactly sure how building up skills works in this, because I know that if you send, like, a main character to the school, and then bring them, it takes away some of their skill. Oh, by the way, my 2 abilities are down here. These are perks. I have Immune, won't die from the zombie bite. Only he gets this. I think you can find people who have it later on, but I've never found them. And Politician. Leadership plus, and 1 extra survivor. But I just I wanna train my main character a little bit more in different aspects, and for, you know, in the hopes of making him better in the new town. Whenever you go to a new town, you can take exactly 3 survivors, no more. So remember that. Take your best survivors, and make sure. I mean, I haven't gotten any items, so I can't show you. But is the trader around? I'm going to do things until the trader comes up, and then I'm going to trade with him to show you what that's all about. Take the regulars. Zombie mobs start. Alright, there's different types of zombie mobs also. I didn't want to deal with any of this the first town. Oh well. I don't get... Ugh. It seems like it's better to defend, like, spread out also. Like, as far as a horde. Yeah. He's a little bit less dangerous. Are you done? Alright, good. Now that guy's going to attack imminently. I need to jump in front of him and defend. But first we're going to trade. And... oh, what's going on here? So she's pregnant and refusing to work. I'm going to give her double rations. Now, I actually made the mistake of doing this to my main character. And she had the double rations perk for the entire game, which was dumb. I never got rid of it, even when she wasn't pregnant anymore. By the way, she got pregnant like 7 times. It was ridiculous. She just kept on getting pregnant. Yeah, double rations. So she now takes 2 rations, and oh, she has fast recovery. She started with that apparently, but yeah, pregnant. If enough time passes, she will have a baby and have to take care of them. What do babies do? They increase happiness on the user, but they reduce all of their skills because you have to pay attention to the child. So it's kind of rough having a bunch of children. Anyway, the trade is almost done. So you go to trade, and then you can see what they have. So if I needed more food, I could click on food. Building, I mean, I could use some more building materials. How about a whip? I should buy this whip. Now, he's asking for a value of 7 for that whip, so I can click on food and offer him, say, 10 food. And I could offer him exactly 7, but if I offer him a little bit more, he'll like me better. It doesn't really matter for him, but it can matter for other factions. You can also click haggle, and now things are slightly cheaper. Now it's only 6 to get this whip. Let's also get some building materials. I'll give you even more food. Boom. So now we're exactly even. I can click that. And it looks like I got a chemistry set somewhere. That's for scientists. See, here's the thing, ammo use. I now have to randomly click here, let the people vote. And they've decided to conserve ammo. So now guns are less effective, but we'll use less ammo. Completely, it doesn't matter for this one, because again, no one has a gun. However, I do believe someone can have a whip. +1 defense. So now the man has a trusty top hat and a whip. Okay, the man has been injured, I think. Yup. The man has been injured during this fight. Again, it was risky. It was a little bit risky. So, he's been injured. Alright, we've reclaimed the lab. That's gone. No one's there defending that. But it doesn't matter, because lab. So you just send an engineer, or anyone if you don't care, and then you can research on 3 different paths. Now, every single city that you go down to, more of this tree will open up. At the beginning, you only have the very basic ones. And the reason I wanted to even do that is to show the survivor management page. And as you can tell, like, this part is just all a tutorial as far as my Let's Play of it. I'm just trying to explain some of the basic things. But now, I can click on the man's profile, and I can click on anyone, actually. And if I click on this, I can see what their issue is and what their relationships are. So you notice that guy came in with his brother, so this guy is his brother. I can click on him. Because they've done so many attack missions together, they've actually become good friends. Now, the reason it looks like everyone on the base isn't all that happy is because I picked the thing where people can't keep their own objects, so it's saying those Dan commies are coming to steal our stuff. She's actually pretty happy because she's fighting along with her friends, basically. When I said that everyone got to vote for things, that's really good for happiness, but I'm telling you, you can get screwed by that. Like, people might just be like, you know, maybe we should be cannibals. I like that idea. Then you don't have any choice, because you decided to give people too much power. Now, the man is so low that if he was another character, he would probably be leaving. He actually got injured a few times off screen. Even he's not happy that people are stealing his things, apparently. But he can't leave, because he's the man, and he never quits. Now, you'll notice a lot of people have dialogue above their heads. That means that you can click on the dialogue box and talk to them. And then you can find out their story, like you found out that she's a nurse. And then you pick a perk. Now, usually they're based on 2 things, these perks. 1, their story, so she's a nurse, that means she has first aid. And 2, their profession, she's a builder, so she has redecorator, which means she might randomly turn a 7-Eleven into a bar, which could actually be used. Or, artist, which means when she builds, she might make things, like, pretty. And then people will look at those things, and they'll be like, that looks really cool. It's based on your levels, basically, so I think like 3, 6, and 9. And she's already, I don't know why the bubbles weren't activating earlier. But, so she actually has her 2nd perk ready. A lot of people probably do. So now, Tools Expert is the best ability in the game for a builder. if you equip like a hammer, it'll be twice as effective. And this is how you can get a builder to like level like 16 almost instantly by having enough things. So I'm giving her that. That's great, actually. I'm probably going to try to take her with us, actually, because having a good builder at the beginning is amazingly useful. Now we're going to talk to Dana Moon. Now, she says that she's a cop, so I can give her tough, which means that she'll survive, but it's harder to make friends. She already has friends, though. We'll make it tough, so she's more likely to survive. And we can find out more of her story, even. I was married once, but it didn't work out. He wanted to stay. He hated it as a cop. I can give her another perk now. I think I'm going to... Let's see. Born Leader just gives her leadership. That's not that useful. I'm going to give her melee, or firearm. She doesn't have a firearm now, but she said she's a cop, so it makes sense. I like that. Yeah, if she had a firearm, it'd be even more effective. And you can just keep on doing this. I mean, usually you're going to see it more readily. Actually, you know what's great for like an early thing is hand-to-hand combat? He now has a +2 to attack, but only when you don't have a weapon equipped. But since there are no weapons besides that whip that I have, that's pretty great. Loner means that he's more effective when he's fighting by himself. And what was his story? So I think this guy always starts out with you. Yeah, this guy doesn't like people. He's gonna get the Loner perk. Ugh, that's what I get for wanting to show so much. I've been recording for an hour, really. I need to just get out of here. Let me choose who I'm bringing. And we're just gonna get out. I'm bringing her. She is pregnant, though. I'm gonna be bringing her baby with me, I guess. Inside. And I could bring you. Bookworm's a pretty cool skill. I'm gonna give you Hoarder. Alright, I need to pick 3 people. I believe she comes automatically, so I'm not picking her. That would be a waste of a slot. Because she is a storyline character. But we're gonna take a warrior. Now he started with me before too. That's interesting. No, maybe he didn't. Someone who looked like him started with me before. But you are the best warrior. Alex, I don't know what? That's right, Alec Broski. That's what it said all along. No, ignore that. Don't look at it. It was lying. Alec Broski. So he's coming with me for sure. Let's put you in the coming with me pile. Of course, the man is coming, and has to come. You're coming with me. Now, are there any items I can cram on these people? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take the top hat. I guess you have it right now. And nope. I found very few items, so I might actually want to check out Gastov really quick. Oops, I was just trying I was trying to get the trader, and now she just had her baby. So, you'll notice, I'm assuming when I click on her, yep, there's her baby. So we're gonna, alright, you go, Alex Broski, the man, and, you know, a scavenger would probably be good. We're gonna take good old Kenny Higgins. Boom. Alright. Once this gets over here, we should be able to get out of this place. I'm gonna have to do some editing, aren't I? Alright, Dorothy Brooks, Alex Broski, and Kenny Higgins. And I packed up our weapons, equipment, and as much food as we could carry. We said farewell at the gate. Oh, please don't tell me I forgot my top hat. I feel like I forgot my top hat. I think I'm just going to end the episode here. The next episode will be a new town, but I just can't. Like, it's over an hour. I'm going to have to... I feel like most of the things I left in this video were important, and I'm going to have to edit them out now. So I'm just going to end it here. But, here's the first part of the story of next episode. So, we will be in a new town with way more challenging things happening, because there might be other people. Because there might be other people there. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Anyway, I'm CrossKnights, and I'll see you then.